Hello, Gregg for Online Tennis Instruction. We're going to show you a recent lesson which I gave to our young intern James in working on his one-handed backhand. Now you'll notice in the lesson how we go through a series of progressions, and each progression or each step gets a little more difficult on the student. Now it's very important to work in progressions to, number one, not overwhelm the student, but also number two, to make lasting changes. In each of these progressions, we're building the student up to the point where start from a shadow swing all the way to now rallying, so it gets closer to a match situation. Now it is important to point out that to make these adjustments permanent, James has to now go and put the practice and the repetition and hard work into making this a permanent adjustment to his game. Now before we get started, let's take a look at the results from the lesson. So here we have a before shot of James hitting his backhand. And you notice how he has more of a horizontal swing where he pulls right across his body. Now in the after, he's able to now swing more vertically upwards. This will not only give him a longer hitting zone, it will also put him in a better position to hit true topspin where the ball spins end over end. Now let's take a look at a side-by-side comparison and stop it in some key points. So in the before, his arm was bent, where in the after, you see how we've got James to straighten his arm. Now the result of that is a lot easier for him to close the racket. As you can see in the before, the racket's slightly open. Now when the racket's closed, he's able to swing further away from his body to help him generate more power. Now you see at the end how he's opened up a little more with his body, and he's pulled right across with the swing. You see in the after how he's more sideways and he's finishing up much higher. Now let's get started with the lesson. So James, first thing we're going to do is we're going to film it. So I've got the iPad set up behind you. I'm going to go to the other side. I'm going to feed. I want you to hit everything down the line. All right, James, so here, I'll play him down the line. Alright, that's good. I'll come to your side. Okay, let's take a look here. So, let this run. Watch this first in regular speed.
Okay.
Okay, let's go back and take a look at those again. So, see here, see how your arm is very bent as you're preparing.
Yeah.
All right, so still bent in this position. Now you start to straighten the arm out here, but it becomes a bit of a time mechanism.
Yeah.
And if you look, your racket doesn't quite get closed.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So what happens? When you swing up to contact, if your racket comes in, starts this way, you start to swing to contact. It's very difficult to keep it close to vertical contact. So if you swing upwards, what's going to happen to the ball? It's going to go straight up and going to go long. So you have a tendency, and we'll look at the video, to go this way. So almost you have a little bit of a roll on the racket.
Yeah.
And that's going to that prevents you from hitting the ball long, but also it doesn't give you an end over end spin. Because top spin, this is a clock face, that's 12-6. You want the ball spinning 12 to 6 this way.
Yeah.
But because you don't close the racket, the ball's more spinning. We've got you 9 to 3, so it's spinning more like a frisbee.
Right, okay.
Let's take a look at the finish here. So you're coming right across your body, you're opening up, all right? And if we go look at the next one, see the arm is still bent in this position. You see how it's open?
Yeah.
The racket face is open slightly. So now I see how it's coming through. It's a very difficult hit spin. Oh,
yeah,
that time you're late. You look at your arm; it's still bent in this position. All right.
Come straight across.
And then you rolling because you've learned that okay, my racket's slightly open, so I'm rolling to close it.
Yeah.
But that becomes a timing mechanism. But also it's difficult to develop true topspin.
Right. Okay.
So what happens when you turn with your arm bent? Your racket gets into this position.
Right.
So now you don't have time to do this.
Yeah.
So once you close the racket, when the racket's closed, then you can swing low to high and inside out.
Right. Okay.
And you'll be more sideways at the finish, right? So what I'm going to recommend we start to work on is first getting this arm straight earlier. So when you turn, and I always tell students, it's like, think of first like setting up for one-handed backhand volley, and then you just turn your shoulders.
Right. Okay.
So you're now in this position, so now you have time to get the racket in the slot.
Yeah.
But we'll look at another one here, but your arm is bent and your racket's open, and then you're starting to lengthen the arm to the contact point. And that's when you find it you're late and then you don't get the racket closed so that it's close to vertical or contact. I'm going to take a look at one more here. See, it's bent there. See how it goes behind your back there. And again, if my arm is bent here,
Yeah.
my arm is straight, see what happens. So it's a combination of keeping that left elbow up
Yeah.
and keeping this arm straight. So we're going to work a lot on your preparation. And you can see how the racket comes across. That is a little bit better finish, but you can see how the swing path is more horizontal there. Okay, so let's get started with some shadow swings first. So the first thing I want you to think of is, and often I find when players are late in straightening the arm, I try to get them to do this first. So there are really three things that happen. You straighten the arm, you change the grip, and you turn. Now this usually happens simultaneously, but because the straightening the arm is happening late, I want you to make the grip change and straighten the arm early on. So that's going to be the first thing you're going to do. Okay. And eventually it will become one. Okay? So you got your ready position here, and if you use your left hand, and you want to think of your left palm facing straight ahead. So you're just doing this. Now you put your racket, index finger on the strings like this, and then just turn your strings, the hitting side, towards your opponent. Okay, good. So your left hand is what's changing the grip for you. Now when you do that with the left hand, your right arm will straighten, and then the grip will also, the hand will slide, and you will change the grip to number one. So let's see that. So your grip is good, you're the right side number one, so that's good. So you're going to make this move first. So you're ready here, there, and then all you got to do from this position now is simply just turn your shoulders, make a unit turn. Now you'll see, if you look back, you look at the rack in this position, right? So actually, I want you to do that. I'm going to actually film this, and just so you can see from the side. So let me set this up. All right, let me go over here. Okay, so it's show me the left hand, straighten the arm. So do it there, and I'll just turn your shoulders. All right, and now step forward and then go through your normal swing. Okay, now let's come over here and let's look at it. So you'll see what it looks like now. Okay, so now, the position you're in now. So now the racket's on this, the left side of your body. It's on your backhand side. And you just look at your left elbow position.
Yeah.
Okay, still goes back a little bit there. But you see how your arm is straight all the way through, all right? Now you will see some top players will start with a bent arm, but then they get the arm straight and the racket closed before they drop it. So we just want to try and eliminate that. And now when you let the racket drop this way, it's like a pendulum or swing set. So now you can let the racket just free fall down. So the downswing will now create the upswing. It'll be easier for you to swing up vertically. So let's start with just do more shadow swings so you can feel comfortable with that. So straighten the arm and then just turn the shoulders. That's it. And try and eliminate that extra arm movement. So you're here, just turn your shoulders, and you want to turn so much that you feel like your back or your right shoulder is facing me. So it's just the shoulder movement. There, now step forward. That's it. And again. There you go. And keep going there. That's it. So we're going to be ready here. Grip change, arm straight, turn, sit, and then I'll go up this way. That's it. That's it. There you go. right. Okay, it's good. Now try to do it more fluid. Now there are two parts to the swing. So you're going to go 1, 2. So turn on 1 and then hit on 2. 1. So right there your arm is still bent, right? So that's why I want you to make this straighten the arm initially. Make that the first thing you do. That's your primary. There. That's it. Yeah, so you're going to go, maybe we should say it would be 3 parts. It'd be 1, 2, 3. So this is number 1, and then just turn 1, 2, 3. That's it. 1, 2, 3. Good. 1, 2. Good. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now what I want to work on first is we're going to work a little bit on the contact, the brushing. And then I'm going to actually move you on to a drop feed drill. All right, so why don't we come up to the net? So James, we're going to first start with your contact point, because what's been happening is because your arm was bent and your racket was in this position, you were having to roll the racket and you were getting more of a frisbee spin. So now we want to get you to close the racket and brush up the back of the ball, where now the ball's going end over end, very much like a bicycle tire. All right, so first we're going to work on contact. It'll make more sense when we get into the next segment. So what I'm going to have you do, and actually it's a little bit easier up with this net strap right here, I'm going to have you place the ball at the net strap. The key is you want to push into the net strap. Push into it, and then you want to let the ball, basically let the ball roll off your strings as you're pushing through. Now the key thing is I want you to finish with the tip of the racket pointing to the left. You don't want to have this happen. We saw what's happening in the video, all right? So really the main focus here is that contact zone or contact point, from this point right here to this point over there, all right? So I'm going to push it into the net strap, let the ball roll off the strings. I just want to finish right here. Okay, so I'm going to have you give that a try. All right, so you're going to trap the ball up against the net strap. Okay, you're going to push it into the net, and I want you to take half a step that way, away from me. Yep. So you're more inside out, and then push, and then that's it. And I want you, the racket, when you do that, to finish more up and out.
Okay, up and out. Okay.
So you're going a little bit up and in, all right? So you may have to position yourself a little differently. Yep. That's it. Push into it. That's it. So more up and out. There you go. And again. That's it. You start to feel how the ball's rolling off the strings, right? Now, obviously when you're hitting the ball, that doesn't happen, but it's just the sensation of the brushing. So you got a ball there, so do a couple more. That's it. There you go. Excellent, and another one. Good. All right, so now you're going to stand on the service line, and I'm going to toss the ball nice and low, and you're going to just go in there. I want you to think of brushing the ball and just finishing at this point right here. I'm going to toss it fairly low, so you're going to have to move forward each time. So you're going to move forward to hit it, and you're going to back up. All right, so remember, you want to get that arm straight. So make the grip change, arm straight, and now you're going to brush the ball up over the net. Okay, let's do it again. So you got to swing up a little bit more. So move forward, up for it. That's it. And again, arm straight. Yeah, so it happens at the same time. As you strain the arm, you're going to show me your left palm. I say show me the strings, and that will help you show me the left palm. So it's there, and brush up. And again. That's it. And I want you to try to keep the hand on the left side of your body as long as possible. So we say this is up and in. Try to go up and out, so we have that inside-out swing path, right? So up and out. So move forward here. That's all right. Often what happens is we start to close the racket, we end up hitting the ball in the net. So the correction is not to open the racket, is to get the racket head further below the contact point. So it's the upward swing path that gets the ball over the net, right? So here we go. Get the arm straight earlier, straighten it. Okay. Again, so turn a little bit more. There you go, good, good. Okay, that time your arm was bent too early, it was bent in the turn. You feel the spin?
Yeah.
Feel the brushing? Okay. Again here. Very good, excellent. Okay, so we may have to move forward as well. This ball's bouncing pretty low. So there we go, so move up to it. So more brush, right? There you go. So really you're trying to like maximize the spin, right? So arm is straight. Okay, which way did you go? Okay, so I want you to think of, often tell students, like if you had to let go of your racket, it would fly in that direction. Okay. So what I've had a lot of people try to hit spin, and if they let go of the racket, it would go in the opposite direction. So throw it out to your left, right? Offer it. There you go, good, good. Okay, so you know the correction? That's right. Keep swinging up. That's it. Get the arm straight early, so there you go. Good, good. Again. Excellent. Again here. That's it. Yes. Excellent. Yes. Okay. That's it. All right, so how does that feel?
Yeah, I feel much better. You can feel that it's not happening.
Okay.
Feels more on the right side. It's good.
Feels a lot different, right?
Yeah.
But you can feel the ball's now rotating?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do a couple more of these. That's it. It's a little more brush by swinging up and out. Okay. That's it. Good, good. Okay, play it in front. Here you go. Okay, you know what happened there? All right, yeah, your arm was a little bit bent when you came in, all right? So that's number one, yep, good. Again. Again here. All right, keep going up and out. Yes. That's it. Okay, I got 5 more balls here. I want you to swing a little bit faster,
Okay.
but it's not the wrist that's doing it, giving you the spin, all right? It's really the racket going low to high and going outwards there. So I like to say up and out, all right? So you're guiding a little bit. There you go. The ball roll off your strings like you're brushing it. Yes! That's the sensation right there. Ah, I see you smiling. You felt good? It felt different, right? Okay, good. Keep swinging up. That was a tough feed and you dealt with it very well. Try one more here. You'll have to get them up. That's it. That spin. Okay, good. All right, we're going to get these up, and then we'll move on to the next progression.